guys how to play Bittersweet Symphony by The Verve on guitar. Today I am featuring my Martin 00015M guitar, so if you like what you see, I will link more information about it down below. Here's a quick overview of everything I'll be covering in this tutorial today, and with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. Alright guys, so you only need to know 4 different chord shapes to play through this entire song, and we're going to start with our E major, which looks like this and sounds like this. And by the way, if you don't know how to read these chord charts you're seeing on screen, I do cover how to do that in my free beginner series right here on YouTube, so you can check that out right here. The next chord shape is our B minor 7. We also have our D suspended 2. And then last is our A major. And those are the only 4 chord shapes you need to know to play through this song. And really quick, I just wanted to give some advice on transitions. This song does follow this exact same chord progression throughout the entire thing, so it is important to be able to transition between these chords. So if you want to start here with your E major chord in the typical fretting position, an easier way to get to your B minor 7 is to leave your middle finger down and use your ring and pinky. So that can be an easier way to transition from E major to B minor 7. Or the way that I like to do it is I will use this fretting position for B minor 7 and go ahead and just move all of my fingers from E to B minor 7. And the reason I do that is because at this point I can use my middle finger as kind of an anchor finger between B minor 7, D suspended 2, and A major. Meaning I never have to take my middle finger off, so that kind of just helps guide me when I'm making these chord transitions. If you wanted to stay in the same position the entire time, you could also go from your E major to your B minor 7 with your pinky like this. You could play your D suspended 2 with your pinky, and then you can go here for your A major. And in that case, you could keep your ring finger down. So go ahead and play around with these chord shapes and figure out what works best for you, but that's just my suggestion for chords. So go ahead and pause the video and take as much time as you need to really memorize these chord shapes, as well as practice transitioning back and forth between them. The transition tips I gave during the chord section are totally optional. That's just my advice on how I like to play it, but definitely figure out a way that feels comfortable for you to get these chord transitions down, because again, we are going to be using them for the entire song. But once you get these chords under your belt, we can go ahead and talk about the strumming that I would suggest for this song. Alright guys, so for strumming for this song, as you can see, we're going to be counting this in a 16th note pattern. So if you don't know what that means or how to count that, I would definitely recommend checking out my beginner series here on YouTube, because I go over all of that over there. But basically it's going to sound like this. We have 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, 1 and 2 and a 3E and 4 and a. Alright, this is a super common strumming pattern that you'll see used throughout a lot of songs, but basically it'll work really well for this one. What we're going to do here is I'm actually going to go ahead and add a vertical line here right in the middle, and what this represents is where we want to change chords, because throughout this song we are going to be playing 2 different chords within one measure. So as I said in the chord section, we're going for the whole song from E to B minor 7 to D suspended 2 to A. And how we're going to break this up is in the first measure, we're going to play E on the left half of this pattern, and then B minor 7 on the right half. So it's going to sound like this. We've got down, 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 up on E, and then switch straight into your B minor 7 and finish it out. Down, up, down, 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 up. All right? So the whole thing there is down, 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 up, down, 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 up. It's a pretty quick switch there. If you want to take that last up strum before the chord transition and go ahead and start moving your chord hand into the position, you can use that up strum. It's kind of an open strum to get to your chord transition. But anyways, the same thing goes with the next 2 chord pairings. So we have D suspended 2 on the left half, down, 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 up. Finish it out on A for the right half, down, up, down, 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 up. Alright, so the entire song is going to follow this exact strumming pattern and this chord order. So putting it all together, we've got E, down, up, B minor 7, D sus 2 to A. Down, 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 up, down, up, down, said, if you want to take those up strums at the end of each of these little phrases to kind of do an open strum ring so that you can go to your next chord, I would definitely recommend doing that for quicker transitions. But basically, once you speed this up, you can use this for the entire song. So if you're already struggling with keeping up with me with the coordination of the downs and the up strums and things like that, you just have to develop some muscle memory for that first, and the best way to do that is just to use a metronome to build up the speed. I do actually have a practice with me strumming series here on my YouTube channel where I go over this exact strumming pattern. So I'll link that in the corner for those of you who need it. We'll just kind of build it up in real time together. But once you have it more under your muscle memory and you can speed it up quite a bit, it'll sound like this at full tempo. We've got E, B minor 7, D sus2 to A, down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up. All right, great. And once you can do that, you can use that exact thing to play through the entire song. Now, one thing that's totally optional that I did want to show you that is something I'm doing is I am adding some accents. So I'm going to go ahead and turn some of these arrows green. As you can see on beat 2 and beat 4, I'm accenting these strums with the green arrows. And basically all I'm doing there is I'm taking a little bit more of a wrist action with my strumming hand. And I'm essentially just kind of playing those strums a little louder and a little more with emphasis than the strums around it, okay? So on our E, we've got down, 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 up to B minor 7, down, up, down, 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 up to D sus2, down, down, up to A, down, down, up. Another way you can think about it is on the accented strums, you want to play all the strings with a little bit kind of a faster flick of your wrist. And then on the purple arrows or the non-accented ones, you can kind of concentrate more on just the top strings or the middle strings and a smaller wrist motion. All right, so that's how I'd recommend doing those accents. Again, totally optional, but if you can add those accents in, it really does provide more of a beat in the rhythm guitar part, which can help you throughout the song. So anyways, let's go ahead and put everything together and I'll show you how it all comes together with some singing. So here on verse 1, we've got E, B minor 7, D sus2 to A. All of these are split measure patterns in the exact same order. Because it's a symphony this life, trying to make ends meet. You're a slave to the money that you die. All right. And again, you can use this exact strumming pattern with these exact chords in this exact order to play through the entire song. All right guys, so again, go ahead and pause the video and take as much time as you need to really look over this strumming rhythm and get it under your muscle memory. You have to have it under your muscle memory where you can kind of play it without counting out the beats in your head before you'll be able to sing on top of it. So again, check out that practice with me strumming pattern video if you need to. But once you have that down and you've got these chords and the strumming and everything together, we can meld all of it together to play through this song. 1, 2, ready, go. Cause it's a bittersweet symphony this life, trying to make ends meet. You're a slave to the money, then you die. Wanna have fun jamming out to the rest of the song with me? Then make sure to check out my Patreon page where you can unlock access to this as well as all my other fast track and play along guitar tutorials. I'll make sure to leave a link for it in the description box down below. If you enjoyed learning this song with me, then you should definitely check out this video. Not only does it have a super similar vibe and feel, but it's just as fun and easy to play. So I'll see you over there.